Good morning. I'm sure you've had mornings like this, rushing through the tasks, trying to stay ahead of the curve, constantly pushing yourself to achieve more. It's easy to get caught in the cycle of hustle and grind, especially when you're aiming for success. But what happens when that drive begins to take its toll on everything else?
I used to think that the more I worked, the more successful I would be. I believed that success meant long hours, endless emails, and never saying no to a project. The harder I worked, the more I thought I'd achieve. But after a while, I started noticing something. I was tired, mentally, physically, emotionally, and honestly, my personal life started to fade into the background. I remember missing out on a birthday dinner with my family, my sister's graduation, and even those quiet moments with friends. Sure, I was moving up in my career, but what was it all for if I wasn't really present in my own life? At the end of the day, success without happiness is just an empty title. That's when I realized something. Balance wasn't just a nice idea. It was a necessity, a key to truly thriving. You see, the most resilient workers are not just those who can power through fatigue or stress. The true resilient worker knows when to pause, when to reset, and when to reclaim their personal time. That's how I began shifting my mindset. I started setting boundaries, not just in my work, but in my personal life too. I made sure to block out time for family, exercise, and for myself. It wasn't about splitting my time perfectly between work and life. It was about being intentional with what mattered. Being truly resilient means knowing that no matter how busy you are, your success doesn't need to come at the expense of your happiness. I learned that the best work is done when you're at your best, physically and mentally. The energy I gained from taking time off gave me the clarity to approach challenges with a fresh perspective and creativity I didn't have before. As I embraced this balance, I started seeing a shift, not just in my career, but in my entire life. Work didn't feel like a burden anymore. It became something I could pour my passion into. Without sacrificing the moments that mattered outside of it, I became more present, I became more grounded, and I was more successful than ever. Not just at work, but in life. Success isn't just about the title, the paycheck, or the accolades. It's about creating a life you're proud of. One where your work energizes you but doesn't consume you. A life where you can reflect on the journey and feel grateful for the balance you found. I've learned that work-life balance isn't just a buzzword. It's the secret ingredient to long-term success and true happiness. So, here's what I've learned, and what I hope you take away. Don't wait until you're burned out to find balance. Be the resilient worker who understands that taking time for yourself, for your loved ones, and for your well-being is not a luxury. It's a vital part of your success. Because in the end, when you look back at your career and your life, it's the moments that matter most. The ones with the people you love, the time you took to recharge, and the joy you experienced along the way. Work hard, but never forget to live.